The lighting isn't great, but who cares? As of like 2 months ago, YouTube has turned 20 years old. And each genre of video on YouTube has changed completely from what it used to be way back when. You know, because of time. Commentary used to be Leafy is here reacting to furry cringe, and now it's thought-provoking video essays and genuinely some of the most enjoyable pieces of media I've ever seen. Gaming used to be some guy talking over Ninja Gaiden gameplay, and now it's this. Not all genres could be so lucky.
Animation on YouTube used to basically be what animation on Newgrounds was. Animators like Psychic Pebbles and Hot Diggity Demon, killing Osama bin Laden, funny shorts with high quality art.
Funnily enough, I feel like animation on YouTube is regressing back into what it used to be. Fun animated shows, cool funny shorts. Hell, a good bit of the art I see here has some sort of early 2000s vibe to it. But in 2012, YouTube switched to a more watch time based algorithm, and good animation, which takes like a month to make a minute of it, was made to be way less popular than it used to be, especially in conjunction with the adpocalypse happening and most animations not being very family friendly. But that caused a new subsect of animations to emerge from the shadows. Yeah, that one. Yes, technically the first one I could find was in 2010, and technically old school animation was still being made at the time, but I'd argue that storytime animation was at the very least far more relevant. I mean, you've probably heard of at least one of these people. Maybe you saw them in 2018 doing the In My Feelings challenge. They truly did dominate YouTube in the late 2010s, and I was there, being their #1 fan. I mean, if you don't know what makes storytime animation different from regular animation, 1, it's telling a story. But also 2, the word animation is usually a misnomer because most of the time these animations are just storyboards. Nowadays I'd say that statement is less true, but especially back in the day, these were just slideshows. In fact, I remember trying to make my own storytime animation in Google Slides, and it had its critics. 12-year-old me wasn't hearing them, but they definitely get clowned on a little bit. A big stereotype in the storytime community is that all of these animators are shy and awkward, and yeah, that's pretty much true. I can think of a few exceptions to the rule, but across the board that pretty much holds up. Storytime had its reign until like 2020, at which point most bigger creators stopped posting or stooped to posting really vapid shit. Why? Well, it's simple. They just ran out of stories. They just ran out. You can only have so many stories before you just run out. Nowadays, the state of storytime animation is bad. With no wholesome Odd Ones Out or Jaiden animations to hold up the community, the most prevalent storytimes were about weed, or types of people, or the 7 levels of high, or what the fuck? Take this, add this, and you have the faces of modern storytime animation. Can we go back to the awkward ones? No? Ah, fuck. Nomad made a video about these guys, so watch that here, but what do I think about it? Well, they're pretty fucking bad. Look at this. Just look at this. Don't look away. Look at this. It's bad, it's trite, and I feel like it's the end of storytime animation as I knew it. So I wanted to look back and just look at a bunch of classic storytime animators, and also compare what they're doing now and see if it holds up. Before I get into it, I want to say this. I am a really bad drawer, and a worse animator. There really is only one person on this list of animators I have that I think I can maybe draw better than. This is me putting my best genuine effort to draw famous horror mascot Ban Ban from Garten of Banban. And the worst part is, I don't think I did that bad, but it's not good. And when I was coming up with this, I was like, maybe I'll be too good at drawing. I haven't drawn in a while, maybe I'm too good at it now, and the whole joke won't land. So yeah. All of these people are more talented than me at art by a long shot, but that doesn't absolve me from criticizing them, which I will do. Also, I was a fan of pretty much all of these people in 2017, so I'm not just some random hater, I just want to see what my perspective is on these videos watching it now. So yeah, let's go.
Oh, I'm not excited.
So the first storytime animation I was able to find was from Swoozie. And that surprised me because going into this video, I was under the impression that Domics was the first, but no. Swoozie. These videos are so fucking old, he's shouting out his MySpace. Swoozie is just shit you watch when you're 12. He sort of has the same energy as a Koryx Kenshin or a Dashi or those SpongeBob in the Hood videos. Oh wait, he did a video like that. Its videos clearly made for children and we're using all the hip lingo and the sickest 2017 memes. But no swearing, because that's inappropriate. He's undoubtedly very innovative and important for laying the groundwork for what storytime animation would become. But I feel like there's more of a middle ground between the overly syndicated slop of today and a bunch of images that probably took 5 minutes to draw each, being in a slideshow with another along with some stock images. I mean, it's nothing special. This isn't the content you're supposed to watch as an adult. You're supposed to watch it as a kid and be in shock and awe and be like, whoa, he's talking about girls and kissing and video game girlfriend. Wait, video game girlfriend?
You ever been attracted to a girl and then find out she's a gamer?
This is the craziest thing I've ever seen! That's what it's made for. He also comes off as a bit sexist in the older videos, but come on, it was 2015, it was basically the Wild West. Oh, and he also hangs out with Rice Gum, that's awesome. Nowadays, the videos are basically the same. The art style is less not good, but it's the same stories, the same humor, the same everything. And this is the point in the video where I have to point out Swoozie is 44 years old. He's 7 years older than Sunday, and he's still stuck in 2017. Nothing against him, seriously, but also like, come on, man. I don't have a particular fondness for Swoozie. I mean, you can't deny the fact that he basically invented storytime animation, but in terms of quality, all bets are off.
I was with some friends, I saw this girl, and it wasn't love at first sight, but it was, oh my God, at first sight. I rizzed her up, I'm about to smooch this girl up and she about to fall in love, plur.
Anyways, let's talk about the guy who I thought invented storytime animation. Domics got his start by making funny internet comics online and then pivoted to making these, and immediately, this is better than Swoozie. You can definitely see the Swoozie influence, especially in the beginning with his humor and how he talks, but even at the beginning, he was actually animating more than Swoozie would at the time. And the best part is, he's not even a bit sexist.
Moral of the story? Bitches be crazy.
God damn it! No, but seriously, Domics is more of your classic storytime animator archetype. Silly, awkward guy with quirky humor.
Despite being the little pupper that she is.
And after watching him, I don't have any strong opinions on him. He's more enjoyable to watch than Swoozie, and it was animated better. Now, was he actually funny? Haha, come on! He doesn't even make videos anymore because he said he just doesn't feel like it. He just continued to get moderately better at making videos until he just stopped. So, yeah. I was gonna freak out about this VTuber avatar bullshit, but no, not yet. Jaiden! Now we're playing with fire. Jaiden is a juggernaut of YouTube, even today. She even won Mr. Guantanamo's $1 million challenge. She originally got her start animating for Aya's Cupquake, a popular YouTuber at the time. Hold on, let me reword that. She got a job animating for a pretty sizable gaming channel, have you, with no animation experience, and made what was her most viewed video ever pretty much immediately. Not a bad head start. I like Jaiden animations. Now, her old stuff though is a non-stop cringe fest.
Scapolo, bane, femme, bone appetit, sauteed in ketchup, ratatouille. But for some reason,
her very old videos have this art style that I just don't like, but the art style does change pretty much immediately. The humor is just so of the times that it honestly kind of pisses me off. This is the true storytime YouTuber archetype. Shy, introvert, awkward, but quirky and silly with her humor. And sure, I laughed like royalty when I first saw these, but now...
Yo, what's up, homosexuals?
That's not
I'm
funny.
gonna talk.
It's the example we've seen for pretty much every YouTuber at this point. This shit is fucking dated. It's extremely of the times. It doesn't make me laugh even a little, even a giggle now. But as time passes, I just find myself liking her more and more. Even when she was still doing story times, I just really like it. 2017 and on just felt improvement for her channel.
Nowadays, she doesn't really even do story times, and she just does these video game review / animation videos that I don't have anything funny to say about and just think are good. And honestly, I don't know what to attribute this to. It's not like she's overwhelmingly funny, because I don't really think she is. She even has a whole ass art team, and usually that deters me from some larger animators because it just feels faker. But Jaiden's team is really good at recreating her style. It looks like the older videos, with the only difference being that the drawings move more. Thumbs up to an animator I genuinely like and pretty much have always liked.
But hold on, let's go back to an older Jaiden video, and there he is. Arold is a more new age storytime animator. I was a pretty big Arold fan when I was 12. I even knew the words to some of these videos word for word.
Airplane.
Airplane.
Close enough. Tomato.
Toe. Mato.
Banana.
That's cool.
Okay, here's the thing. Arold's animation, at least in the beginning, wasn't really anything special. So what set him apart is that he would always reference the sickest memes at the time. And I don't want to sound like a broken record, but this makes these videos so fucking dated!
Throwing projectiles. Bullets.
Most of the humor is from funny little text he puts on the screen, but the problem is it's all bizarro 2016 era humor. But old is old, and his art has gotten better, and his videos have more effort put into them, and he's fine. Yeah, final verdict, Arold is fine. His older videos are a bit hard to watch, and he firsts over women, like, a lot. But I genuinely find myself enjoying his newer videos, sometimes. Other times I just look at it and say, Arold, it's not 2016 anymore, why are we using the bruh sound effect? One thing I can say is, in terms of pure art style, I genuinely really like it. His new videos have some of the most unique and just good art I've seen from the community. It genuinely feels like he puts effort into drawing each character instead of having them all be the same blob. Now, these characters aren't animated still, but he's fine. He's fine. Better than most nowadays.
Oh, James. If you have interacted with or viewed the YouTube community in even the past 5 years, you have seen this man. He's the biggest storytime animator, I guess, unless you count My Story Animated.
For it, and we fought all the time.
He's been the biggest since at least 2018, maybe even earlier. He's huge. He had a show on Netflix, he was in Creator Clash, and he is still semi-relevant today. And I was a big fan of his. He started out pretty fine, honestly. I like how the older videos don't try to make jokes, because literally anytime domics or swoozie or Jaiden would make a joke in their older videos, it'd make me cringe from here to Timbuktu because of how dated they are. Most of the jokes he tries to make are visual gags or just very safe jokes. I actually found myself enjoying these videos, maybe because of nostalgia, but give me the benefit of the doubt and say it's not nostalgia for a second. I think the reason these videos are good is because, one, James is just really charming. I think he just has that mid-2010s snark without the really annoying bits. He also seems really humble and not the kind of person who'd cut out a fat joke from one of his most popular videos because it was a bit racy.
Then there was this guy, get this, who was also named Jared, and he was fat. I know, right? He's like Jared before. Then there was this guy, get this, who was also named Jared. He loved marble, and that's like the only thing he would talk about. I can say these things.
Like, I'm not crying about the joke being cut, it's not even a funny joke, but James, you're not that important. Okay, maybe you are, but still! Wait, what is his most popular video? Oh, fuck!
I was never taught what laws there are.
And two, he's just a really good storyteller. I mean, yeah, no shit, that's his job, but he's just good at it. I don't know, he just seems to have such an endearing personality that I don't notice how mediocre the animation is. It just feels really honest. At this point, James is just some guy making funny videos for the internet, and it just feels really quaint. But now we got this, and I gotta ask, why does it have to be this? I am not a fan of new Odd Ones Out videos. Originally, that line was going to be, I dislike new Odd Ones Out videos, but nowadays his videos have gotten more okay. 2019 to 2021 Odd Ones Out, yeah, I want to rip my eyes out, but nowadays the videos are fine. There are two contributing factors to my less liking of James. And honestly, neither of them are the fact that he doesn't do story times anymore. Arguably, a good few of my favorite videos from him aren't even story times. But my main problems are, one, I'm not gonna say the art style is worse because it's almost objectively better. There's more stuff going on, there's actual drawn backgrounds, but the videos just look different. The outlines are thicker, the eyes have changed, and these hands. What's going on with these hands? I really fucking hate these. That's my real problem. Whose idea was this? They're just so grotesque. And even if I do think the art is objectively better, it just looks so much more plastic. The old videos had the style of James's art, but he doesn't really animate the videos anymore, so they just look different. Something has changed. Jaiden was able to make the jump to keep her art style and get more animation out of it, but James was not able to achieve that. Something was lost along the way.
But also, too, it's just so sanitized. The jokes feel like they're for kids. Probably because they are for kids, but I feel like older James was less safe. I let out a chuckle or two in some of the new videos, but other than that, I was stone-faced the whole time. And that's just no good.
And let me be clear, what I think about James does not matter. He clearly has an audience, and he must be doing something right to remain relevant for 7 years. I just don't love it. But honestly, he's never made something I've actively hated, so... But on another note, and sorry if it is TMI, my balls are feeling a little bit... odd.
I drink juice from squeezy pouches.
Oddballs is a Netflix show by James, starring James, the characterized version of the real-life guy, who is a kid. Obviously, I mean, the voice acting is flawless.
Please, we're just children.
Max, who's a crocodile for some reason, and later on this girl from the future who pretty much just exists to tell James he's dumb. The show is about a bunch of kooky hijinks with some genre bending here and there. Oh man, that sure does sound good.
Honestly, I can't say too much about the show because Chazington, yeah, mark that off your bingo card, whatever.
Oh boy, I'm so close.
Already made 2 videos covering each season, and he did it funnier than I ever could. But I'd still like to talk about this show because I watched a bunch of it, and I don't want that to be in vain. I'll just come out and say it. It's not very good. I would say it's awful, but pretty much every other animated show I've watched for this channel has been worse than this. It's not offensively bad, it's just... bad. The animation looks like the show's target audience is 7. Oh, and pretty much all of the characters are very annoying. James is played so whiny and grating. Max is semi-likable but can sometimes be really irritating. And Echo, who not only looks like this, pretty much only exists to disagree with James. And the rest of the characters... I didn't watch enough to care.
They try to do this thing where James will go on tangents, you know, because he does that in videos. But that pretty much just turns into James halting the plot for 30 seconds to talk about why it's dumb for a menu to have an upper age limit on food. Not that the plot was good anyway. I'm a bit vexed on why James, the guy, was like, funny episode concepts. Oh, let's make an episode mocking Hamilton. You know, the musical from 2015 that everyone hates now. Let's do that. Like, Lin-Manuel Miranda is annoying, but did we really need an Oddballs episode about it?
And also, speaking of this episode, both of the episode 1s for each season are just bad first episodes. The first episode of the whole show is pretty much just Max and James raising this fucking toaster, and like, no side characters, no James' mom or dad, no fucking fly. And I mean, season 2 episode 1 at least had some of the side characters, but like, the next episode is actually in the school with all the characters and probably would be a better episode to start the season off with. Like, honestly, season 2 episode 2 is the only episode from my watching experience that I kinda enjoyed.
What else? They have this Happy Tree Friends character for some reason. They don't have any lines, they're just there. The one kind of funny recurring gag is that sometimes they'll draw Max as this SpongeBob realistic crocodile. That's funny sometimes. Oh yeah, Chazington had a question.
Not before I hear James admit I was right.
What? Right about what? To my knowledge, you two really haven't even met. It's not like a bet happening. You came in the episode about fucking Gordon Ramsay in season 1, way after fucking...
Well, Chazington, allow me to enlighten you. Amanda the Adventurer is here from the future to stop Declan from taking over the world and getting rid of processed food, I think. And at the end of the Too Old to Order Up the Kids Menu episode, she reveals this, and James is all like, let's not talk about that. And also, some other stuff happens too, I think. I'm sorry you weren't paying attention, Chazington, but to be fair, I also wish I wasn't.
This show is just disappointing. I mean, I wasn't expecting much from James here, and it is objectively a pretty cool accomplishment for an animator to get a show on Netflix, but if this is the floor, man, I'm not excited for what comes next. If you want to know more about the show, watch these 2 videos in the description, but for now, 4 out of 10. Something I genuinely find admirable about James is he was a collab machine back in the day. He'd collab with YouTubers who had like 200 subscribers, and boom, now for another face of this small industry. Arold Story's been making videos for less than 2 months. Yeah, throw a collab his way. Technically, Jaiden collabed with him first, but shut up! Oh, you've made free videos and nobody knows who you are? Boom, here's 13 million views and a career for a character that looks just like me.
I'd say more than anyone, he really built the Storytime community by just being so open to collaboration and sharing the wealth. I mean, Jaiden would collab a lot too, but also James. I like to go to Storytime animation channels that are popular and go to their oldest videos, and usually within the first 10 you will see the fateful words, "Feet the odd ones out." I like to call this the James stimulus check. And because James was so open to collaboration and the biggest animator with an easy to replicate art style, there were so many people that were just clones of him. I know it's annoying to say that because inspiration is a thing that exists, but literally some of these people are just like, what if James's character had a green shirt? And I have 3 clones here today that range from great, kinda okay, and some of the worst shit I've ever seen on YouTube. Let's start with Greeny here. Tim Tom's first videos are just fine. He's very much just an Odd Ones Out character with a green t-shirt. I will say his first few videos are kind of enjoyable. I didn't want to die, but it's just not good. I don't know if it's the art, the stupid references he makes, or what, but I'm just not a fan. And this wouldn't improve as time went on, because he decided he didn't want to just look like a marshmallow man, and he turned into, God, what the fuck is that? He looks like the fucked up Mika.
Okay, now that's a dark Storytime animation I can make fun of. So in the middle of this story, Tim Tom decides to talk about his abusive stepfather, which, whatever. But why do you have to animate his sister getting beaten? Why do you have to do that? That's just strange, man. And him keeping up his happy-go-lucky Storytime voice the whole time, this is fucking absurd. Man, no, I just really don't like him. Something seems off. Maybe it's him saying the only reason James collabed with him is because he wanted to get into VidCon, or maybe it's because of the other stuff I've heard about this guy, but he just seems really disingenuous.
His story times are perfectly passable. Maybe not nowadays, but I want to stop looking at his fucking face. Can we get the next guy in here?
Getting free candy as a kid is like a dream come true.
Oh, this is gonna be fun. Remember like 20 minutes ago where I said there was only one person on this list that I could maybe draw better than? Well, here he is. This is Fox Goodman, and he is just him, Tom, if you inverted the colors and changed the shirt to red. Oh, this guy. This guy is just a treat because his videos are just... mwah. Ass. First of all, this guy is not a good drawer. Allegedly, he traced Odd Ones Out art, and I'm saying allegedly because I didn't look into it. This guy is not a real person. I'm almost sure of it. First of all, Fox Goodman is not a real name. Goodman? Some say he was the same person as this other Odd Ones Out clone, and by some, I mean me. And also these other people. But we're just talking about Mr. Goodman today. Something I've noticed Fox likes to do is he will repeat himself 3 times before moving on or getting to another point.
Now, I have to admit, you guys, I was a bit skeptical at first when I saw that tweet, because without a doubt, I thought some inside joke was floating around, and I was... Part of me was skeptical about this chess boxing match.
This video, his most popular video, congratulations Mr. Goodman. To summarize, this video is pretty much just saying, Alex Clark and the Odd Ones Out are having a chess boxing match. I thought it was fake, but it wasn't. Good for them. The history is Alex Clark challenged James to chess boxing, so now we're doing it. I think that James will probably win because he worked at Subway, but Alex is also making jokes about winning, so I don't know. Alex Clark, if you beat James, please fight me because I'm a clout leech. If you do fight me, I'm gonna train at the arcade for some reason. Anyways, yeah, Alex Clark is fighting James, bye.
And I know when you're making a video on YouTube, getting just to the point kind of removes the point of these videos being entertainment, but holy shit, so much of this video is just him repeating himself himself and playing clips. I timed him, and doing the math, I found that without the non-substantive sections of him repeating himself and playing Mike Tyson clips, this video could be 5 minutes long. And in reality, it's actually 9 minutes and 12 seconds long. And that's not too long of a video, but when your substance also fucking sucks, Jesus Christ, this video is a slog despite being less than 10 minutes long! And another funny thing he did is in this camping video, he talks for 2 minutes about how he's from the Big Apple, and there isn't any camping in the Big Apple.
I never knew that before.
So I made sure to comment, go to Montauk, because it's not in upstate New York, and you can go camping there, I think. I don't know, I'm a Canadian. And he graciously responds to that comment and says, where is that? This guy is not fucking real. If I know where Montauk is and this guy is from fucking New York and he doesn't know, Jesus Christ, I'm losing it! Anyways, time passes, he changes his design to this for some reason. This time travel video is just a fucking treat.
And people will not only think that you're a madman, but will also think that you are crazy. Is it the goddamn Russians or is it the Chinese?
Basically, he got kicked out of the storytime animation community for being the least genuine a person can be. And you know how I talked about these guys at the beginning? Well, this guy is so great. He goes for making bad storytimes that probably aren't even real because he doesn't know what Montauk is, and goes to talking about signs that a guy might be addicted to fapping. And he changes his design again to, that's just chains. That's just fucking chains! Chains for real is a stickman tuber who is halfway entertaining. Compared to his peers, he's not awful and pretty much the odd ones out of this, albeit more niche genre of YouTube. And Fox Goodman is such a fucking leech, it's incredible. I don't have anywhere to put this clip, but it's my favorite thing he's ever said, so here.
When you're watching when you're watching the hub, you know that your nickname is Pinocchio from the time being. And I'm not talking from the nose, I'm talking from down there.
What do you mean? And now, it seems that after constantly being clowned on for 5 years, first by Storytime fans, then by Stickman fans, he changed genres again. Fox, if you're watching this, which 70%, please make a 4th video on the hub. Those videos are classic. Okay, enough Goodman. Let's talk about someone who's actually good. Man.
You call anonymously!
Somethingelseyt, aka Adam, is the odd ones out with horns. I mean, it's pretty clear. The design has changed, but this original design is pretty egregious. His first few animations are bad. He tries to put on this voice so he can sound silly and goofy, but it's just so fucking irritating. And his humor? No.
Why would people be doing this to me? I don't know. Why are you doing this, person? Tell me, why are you doing this, old lady? I know it's you.
He'll do these little tangents and comments that just feel so fucking forced. Also, he just fucking sucks at telling stories at first. Oh, hey, James Stimulus check. He'll give his audience this voice, kinda like Jim Gaffigan does. We got a regular Jim Gaffigan over here. I don't like Jim Gaffigan.
You should exercise. Does eating French fries count?
But as time goes on, he grew to be actually really good. He dropped his voice, and his real voice I actually really enjoy. It kind of sounds like Swagger Soul. It's dope. He gets really good at telling stories and being funny. Hell, I even like his Jim Gaffigan audience character. He's just genuinely really funny with telling stories and just seems like a cool guy. Like, once the sweater starts getting read in the videos, then it starts to get good. This video here is genuinely one of my favorite pieces of media a Storytime animator has ever made. People treat him like he's just some other Storytime animator. Something that inspired me to make this video is someone posted the Tim Tom Child abuse clip, and someone commented something like, all Storytime animators suck, and I was like, no, I swear, Somethingelseyt is different. And this other guy commented, literally no difference, Somethingelseyt posted the same slop Tim Tom did. And if that person is watching right now, I gotta say,
no, I disagree.
I think Somethingelseyt is the best who have ever done it. I mean, his videos get good in like 2018, which technically means Jaiden has been better for longer, but I think Adam is just the best at it. He has surpassed his inspiration multiple times over. I think it's worthy to mention that this section was originally supposed to be more negative. My first watch through of his videos didn't really tickle me, but then I gave him a second chance, and that's when I really liked him. Maybe that's because I was trying to like his videos the second time around, or maybe I went fucking insane watching shitty Storytime animations for hours every day. I guess we'll really never know for sure. I think these are 3 great examples for the range of quality an Odd Ones Out clone can be. And also, to be clear, this is not close to all of the Odd Ones Out clones. Jesus Christ. They can range from actually really good to the worst shit you've ever seen. Anyways, let's move on. And I'm tired of sitting here, so... Now that's better. Alex Clark, I talked about him before. Alex Clark is another guy from the old guard of storytime animation, and I'll be honest, I don't really like him. In his older videos, he tries to put on this voice, and it just sounds so annoying. Not to mention how brain-rotting this felt when paired with some of the downright infantile contents of some of these videos. But not all of his videos. He's actually famous for this series when he talks about how he fell in love with his babysitter. Sure, man. And as time goes on, he lost the voice, which made it less annoying, but man, he is just not for me. He seems to make a lot more mature content nowadays, but seems really annoyed that people think he's a kids channel. So Alex, let me let you in on something. People don't think you're a kids channel because you're a cartoon, at least I don't. People think you're a kids channel because you have historically made content for kids. It's not so easy to break out of that bubble when you aren't really doing anything to break out of it. Yes, you've started putting age warnings on videos, and genuinely good on you for that, but don't complain about it, man, come on.
And to the drama fans, he responded to the Jaiden Animations video. This video. I was gonna talk about it, but I decided last minute that that would not be appropriate given the tone of this video. If you don't know, he had a relatively large part to play in that video, and 7 years later, he has finally responded. And he basically says, look guys, I wasn't malicious. I was just clueless and stupid. And just... I don't want to talk about this fucking guy anymore. Let's move on. Sugar. I like Sugar's content. The style just feels very cozy and nice.
And her style never really grated on me because for most of her career as a storytimer, she wouldn't really post that often. I mean, in her older videos, she was just Jaiden Animations but with orange hair. It felt very derivative. And keep in mind, this is 2016 Jaiden Animations, so it's also not that great. But honestly, I know there's stuff to criticize here, but watching these videos just feels like being tucked into a warm blanket. And I know that's damn near the definition of nostalgia, but fuck off, let me have fun. She still makes videos now, more often than ever, and I honestly kinda like them. They don't feel as polished as like a modern Jaiden video, and sometimes the humor is a bit too much 2017 for me. Baba Booey. But I just find these good. Whether that endorsement is clouded by my sneaking nostalgia is your opinion. I just like these.
God, there's just so many more of these guys. I was gonna do a section on Tony V Tunes, but I just don't care. He has emo hair, and I think he liked cookies. That's all I got for you. I just feel like there's so many more storytime YouTubers that I just don't fucking care about. There's Luke or something, famous for being on SMP Live. There's Infamous Swoosh, who I remember being an infamous douche, but I looked it up and I was just completely wrong. I don't know why I thought that, but I had already written down the joke, so. There's Sea Rabbit, he made a video about going to the gym.
Senpai noticed us, another new yarikata oshi.
Sure.
There's Emirichu. Actually, let me talk about Emirichu for a second. I really like these videos, man. Her art style is very cute and endearing. She's good and fun, and I genuinely really fucking like it. Like Arold, it's not animated, but also like Arold, the unique art makes up for it. And sorry, Arold, this art is just better. Genuinely some of the best videos I've seen while making this video. And I would have made a section for her, but nah, too late. There was Maz, Ginger Pale, other guys, I don't know. There was this kid, I think his name was Kevin with a Y, and he made like 2 story times that blew up, but then he made a speed draw saying he didn't want to be famous. And maybe he was right.
I remember there were a lot of girls, Cypher Den, Tabs, Illuminations, Let Me Explain Studios, but 13-year-old me wouldn't watch them, I guess cause they were too girly and dumb. Fuckers must have had cooties, I don't know. Sorry Tabs, you're too girly for me. Not like Jaiden Animations or Sugar. Also, I feel like I'd be remiss to mention Illuminations and not mention the time where she made a video being like, being fat doesn't make you a bad person, and then this guy was like, this girl's trying to get kids to kill themselves and eat themselves to death! So I guess I'm not remiss anymore. I guess Tom Scott technically made a storytime animation. Nothing's fucking sacred anymore. Not that he was ever sacred, to be honest. There's Rubber Ross, also known as the guy who made Markiplier mad that one time. And those are just people I know off the dome. I am just scratching the surface of the Storytime community. But I don't want to talk about the rest of these guys because I don't care about them, and also I lost steam like 2 animators ago. We really need to end this. We really do.
Was that true?
No! I mean, what conclusion am I supposed to make here? The video feels long enough that it needs one, but it's not so much a video essay and more just me saying my opinions on a bunch of creators and saying some jokes in between. What, do you want me to say that this video was hard to make and research for? Because it was! God, so much old Storytime is so awful to look at, it fucking kills your mind!
Oh, maybe you want me to answer the question in the thumbnail? Well, I don't have a real answer, but I can definitely give you my opinion. Humans have been telling stories for ever. It's just a thing we do, and Storytime has existed even as a medium on YouTube before. What do you think Swoozie was up to back in the day? Storytime animation gives you a nice little mascot that's immediately personable and cute, and the genre as a whole allows you to tell a story and show it at the same time. Game-changing stuff here. It's honestly pretty simple. Swoozie did it first, then a bit down the road, James started doing it and also gave out a stimulus to anyone who could pick up a fucking pencil. And Storytime animation is by no means dead. Jaiden made one like 4 months ago. But when the proprietary subject matter of the genre looks like this, oh, it's not looking too good. If anyone featured in this video is watching, I guess I'm sorry for making fun of you. Not you. And if I didn't make fun of you, then I guess I'm sorry for making fun of your friends. I guess I should say who my favorite Storytime animator is. It's Jaiden. Sorry, Adam, but there's pretty much one main reason why Jaiden wins this, and it's because she fucking uploads.
Like, Adam, I genuinely appreciate you. You clearly care about what you make, and despite working with Swoozie for a while, you seem like a good enough guy. But when you make this big I'm coming back video with the Bill Wirtz 3D animation reveal and are all like, hey, if you subscribe to my Patreon, you can be in my end cards. I gotta ask, Adam, what fucking end cards? I get it. You take your time, but also make a fucking video, man! I do think he's usually more entertaining than Jaiden is, but not by that much. And when your channel only has 80 videos and half of that is cringy, unwatchable shit, Jaiden has you beaten out by a pretty good margin. So yeah, Jaiden's my favorite. Sorry, Adam. I guess if I want people to take something away from this video, it's one, I genuinely think The Odd Ones Out is a sellout. I wasn't too mean to him because I genuinely think his newer videos are fine, but like, goddamn. He has the main channel videos, and the Sunday Funnies on YouTube Shorts, and a book, and a Netflix show made for babies, and a shitty mobile game, and a second book, and one of the most extensive merch libraries I've ever seen. I know selling out isn't that big of a deal anymore because nowadays it's cool for YouTubers to have a burger chain or a line at Target. That doesn't make you fake anymore, at least in the eyes of the general public. But I think we ought to bring the stigma of selling out back.
And going back to the website real quick, something I noticed is that every item is on sale. How generous. But this website has looked like this for a month. This sticker set for at least 4 weeks has never costed more than $1, but it's 90% off.
I can't say for certain James is pulling a moon pod on us, but I can look deep into the camera and nod like this, and that could mean damn near anything. James, I think your videos are fine, but I don't respect you.
2. I had to avoid a lot of drama for this video because 1,
I don't fucking care.
But also it would have made the video like 15 minutes longer. These animators simply cannot help getting into spats about various situations. Like, for example, Nuxtaku trying to be Jaiden Animation's friend, which is weird because yeah! You know. And finally 3, Storytime animation is pretty important to me, and I genuinely think it's a really great part of YouTube history. Most of the people I talked about, I was a big fan of, as in, I'd watch every video they'd put out the moment they did. I'll admit, I had to sift through a bunch of slop for research for this video, but Storytime animation will always have a special place in my heart. Yeah, it has flaws, and I was mean to them in this video, but I honestly do love the genre. I'm well aware that I'm extremely biased, but also, it's impossible to be completely unbiased, and if you think I'm wrong, you don't know what bias is. So fuck you. I love 2016 Jaiden animations. That shit is so funny! In the big animator years, like 2016 to 2018, the genre just seemed so homey and communal and just really nice and wholesome. Maybe a bit less so at the end there, but still. I mean, yeah, everyone was a big white blob, but fuck, at least they had more creativity than these guys.
And you might have been thinking this whole video, Gug, you keep on saying Storytime animation is dead, but The Odd Ones Out is still posting. Jaiden Animations is still posting, and to that I would say, I would not call that storytime animation. The Odd Ones Out is pretty much just a commentary channel with animation, you know, like Just a Robot.
The joystick is a metaphor for penis.
And Jaiden has been making more story times, but she mainly does the gaming animation videos. Even Emirichu, who mostly makes videos about Japanese cafes, even though they're technically stories, I wouldn't call that storytime animation. I would call that an animated vlog. Yeah, fuck you, I'm a storytime purist. And as a storytime purist, I'd say the only good storytime content nowadays comes from Arold and Sugar. And Adam, if he ever fucking posted! And even if you want to say, oh, these are technically stories in a sense, that is not the defining content of the genre. The big stuff comes from these fucking guys. And even they're on their way out. So I just see the future of storytime being nebulous until some new fad comes along. The first trend was being shy and quirky, then it was being physically addicted to weed. I wonder what will be next. But for now, all I have to say is these three are great, these two are good, and the rest, take it or leave it. Except for Fox Goodman and Alex Clark. Fuck you guys, I hope you die in a fire.
I hope you die in a fire! Hope you'll be stabbed in the heart. Hope you'll get shot and expire. Hope you'll be taken apart. Hope this is what you desire.
Nice weather we're having. I do want to talk about a few things, but since I didn't do an end card for the Minecraft movie video, there is something I wanted to address in regards to that, and this will probably be the only opportunity I have to address this unless I make a whole video about it, and I won't. So here, I mentioned the audience reactions in my Minecraft movie video, and yeah, it seems that things have escalated. People are bringing live chickens, they're throwing around their popcorn, and I'd like to denounce that. That's the least funny shit I've ever seen. That's honestly so unfunny. Honestly, the audience reaction to the Minecraft movie, at least on opening day, I thought was very nice. I thought for a movie that was very corporate and empty, it was a nice, humanizing experience for the movie. But of course, like a bunch of other things, people just had to fucking gamify it for social media clicks, and that just sucks. But in regards to this actual video, this video took fucking forever, and I think as a result of it being so long, I was pretty scatterbrained throughout. I feel like I contradict myself at a few points in this video, but if you want to know what I genuinely think, pretty much everything I said in the conclusion is true. But I still do love this video. I think it's one of my best. And also, this will probably be the last time I upload twice in a month for a while. I said that like 4 videos ago. But genuinely, this is the last time there's gonna be 2 videos in a month for the foreseeable future. And that's literally just because I wanna manage my work here and also the shit I'm doing in real life. But bi-weekly videos will come back eventually. Instagram, follow my Instagram, and for now, I'm coming for you, James.